Hey guys, in today's video we are going to talk about the online marketing trends of 2021, and we will cover the impact of the pandemic on online marketing, the perception of social media in general, creator economy, new social media platforms, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence. Let's dive in. I know we're all tired of talking about COVID and the pandemic, but in this video we need to cover at least a bit of the effects that this pandemic had on online marketing and businesses in general. The pandemic really accelerated digitalization, not only for individuals like you and me, but also for small and big companies. A lot of companies realized that they don't have to have all their personnel at the office at all times and decided to go into home office, at least partially. So these new structures will allow people like online marketers, developers, designers, basically everyone in our industry that is not bound to a specific office or place to work remotely from wherever they want to work from, which in itself is a huge trend that is going to influence the marketing sector in 2021. Also, many companies were forced to digitalize, to upgrade their social media presence, to upgrade their websites, and many more are going to follow this same path in 2021, meaning a lot of job opportunities for people in the creator or marketing industry. So a lot of companies are now in big need of social media upgrades, of new websites, of an online strategy, which gives especially beginners like maybe yourself the opportunity to get into this market and start their career in online marketing. Another big trend related to the whole pandemic was that people during quarantine used the time to self-educate, take online courses like, for example, the Neon Academy, to learn about online marketing, content creation, web development, further their skills, and maybe initiate a career change. So you can expect that this particular sector will have a huge influx in 2021, meaning competition is going to get tougher. But all in all, we see this rising demand in online marketing services and content creators as something positive, as it gives more and more people the chance to work independently and build a career and an existence doing what they love. We have another big winner of this pandemic, namely TikTok. TikTok saw their user numbers surge during the year of 2020, and we believe that in 2021 this winning streak is going to continue and more people are going to hop on the TikTok train. We have also seen that TikTok users are putting more and more efforts into the videos, meaning that the production value is consistently going up, which is potentially creating a very unique USP, maybe even quite similar to YouTube for TikTok. So the platform is maturing, things are happening, and it's not a platform for only kids anymore. I mean, not to disrespect any young people on TikTok, because don't forget, these people, they're gaining their experience now and they're the pros of tomorrow. So for these people, if they are successful on TikTok, it is very likely that they will start a career in a related field of content creation, video editing, online marketing, or whatsoever. So watch out for those guys. We also need to talk about the perception of social media in general. So movies like The Social Dilemma or The Great Hack greatly influenced how social media are perceived and understood by the broad public, and they sparked a public discourse that was really necessary. Since social media have become such a big part of our daily life, it is more and more important that people understand how it works and understand how these businesses operate, what they do with their data, and the power they have to disrupt our democracy. As a consequence, there is an increased demand for data privacy and regulations, and also ethical marketing in its sense. So everything that is perceived as dodgy will not work as well in 2021, if you ask me, because people are more and more aware, and this trend of illuminating and explaining users what's actually happening is not going to stop. On the opposite, is going to continue, and platforms will have to adapt to this. We're definitely not running low on examples to back this up. So from Cambridge Analytica over to the talks to split Facebook because it is too powerful, over to the ban of TikTok in India, Google wanting to retreat out of Australia, and the list goes on and on and on. All in all, this public disclosure is very important, because we're all affected by the weaknesses of democracy and the exploitation of those weaknesses through social media companies. The creator economy is growing, there is no doubt about that. But furthermore, online marketing and content creation become more and more accessible, with big platforms like Facebook and Google, for example, making their online paid tools simpler in order to make it as easy as possible for individuals to use and make it as accessible as possible. This accessibility is a general direction in the market, as we also see a lot of no-coding tools that allow you to create websites and apps without any coding knowledge, or tools like Canva, for example, or Lumen 5 that allow you to create visuals or videos without being an expert in photo editing or video editing. This makes the content creation and online marketing space more and more accessible, as many people can compensate a lack of a certain skill or another by using the right tool. This accessibility and the multitude of resources like online courses or free resources out there greatly contribute to the creativity decentralization. Until recently, in order to create videos like this one, you needed to have a huge production company that could afford the material and so on, whereas today, a camera being able to shoot content like this is quite affordable for most people. Hugo M. Sellon wrote an interesting blog post about the topic of creator economy, so if you're interested in this, make sure to check out the link in the description. If we say creator economy, we also say influencers. Influencers are still on the rise, and user-generated content is getting more and more popular, especially in 2021. With the rise of creators that we just discussed will also come a new era where all these people will have their own audiences that they will try to monetize, which is also easier than it has ever been before. If you have an expertise in a certain field, it is more achievable than ever to actually build an audience with your knowledge and become independent, building a career doing what you love. It is oftentimes more affordable to pay an influencer to make a shout out or to feature their product and like this leverage their audience than to invest the same money into building their own audience. Because at the end of the day, the opinion of a person that we trust is always worth more than the opinion or the ad of a company. There was a time when the only social platform out there, or the only major one, was MySpace. Then came the era of Facebook and many others. Now in 2021, we will see a break of the monopoly of the big players. New players will enter the market, and they are coming fast. In 2021, social media can basically pop up and surge from one night to the other. We have countless examples of this, like for example Signal, the communications app that was endorsed by Edward Snowden and now was mentioned by Elon Musk, and then they had a spike of millions of new user registrations up to the point where they couldn't keep up with demand. And of course, if you remember, just a few months ago, TikTok was pretty much invisible, and now TikTok is everywhere. Keep this in mind, keep an eye out for new and emerging social media, because just being on the few major platforms is not going to work for you in the future. New platforms means new opportunities, new audiences, and less competition to actually get your message and your brand out there. My favorite trend for 2021 is probably augmented reality. Big players like Facebook have announced that they are going to launch augmented reality glasses this year, which is a big deal. They are going to change forever how we interact with the internet. They are basically the new interface and the new way of experiencing the internet. And they will, in my opinion, at some point make smartphones obsolete, until they, again, are going to be replaced by even more advanced technology. Talking about augmented reality, we also have to talk about Spark AR, which is still booming and growing. And even more importantly, Facebook has rolled out augmented reality ads last year. And we believe that marketers are going to introduce augmented reality ads to the mainstream this year using Facebook and Instagram augmented reality ads. Definitely keep an eye out for that technology and get familiar with Spark AR as soon as possible. If you are interested in learning Spark AR, we are going to put the link to the waiting list in the description of this video so that you can start learning as soon as our course is going live. The last topic I want to talk about is artificial intelligence, and just like augmented reality, many people think that this is some concept of the future, but AI has already arrived and is pretty much everywhere. One of the most prominent examples is probably GPT-3, a new algorithm that can write content about basically any topic within seconds. The advancements in AI language processing are going to revolutionize online marketing, and especially areas like copywriting, chatbots, and so on. We also have services like Synthesia that use a mix of lip syncing and deep faking to make an artificial intelligence read out your text out loud like a human. In order to demonstrate this, I'm going to pass over the microphone to our AI assistant, Sarah.
Hi guys, I am Sarah, and I want to talk about artificial intelligence. I am living proof that artificial intelligence has arrived and is advancing faster than you can imagine. Sure, I am not perfect, but I will be one day. However, not every artificial intelligence will have a face and be able to speak like me. Google Analytics, for example, uses AI to optimize reporting, and many programmatic advertisers already use artificial intelligence to automate bidding strategies for paid ads. Others like Pinterest and Google already use artificial intelligence to make visual search possible. AI is especially useful for deep learning, which allows systems to optimize and automate themselves without further human interaction. We are convinced that this technology will become even more sophisticated in 2021, and you should definitely keep an eye out. We also wrote a blog post about the future of social media that you can find in the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and see you next time.
Sarah was the first name that came to my mind. I have no idea. If you liked this video and if it was helpful to you, make sure to follow us on social media and head over to neonacademy.io and check out our free online marketing fundamentals course. Bye guys, and I hope to see you on the platform.